going first? Where we going first?
Hey, sports fans.
What's your team? Okay, go ahead, bro.
I like the Longhorns.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Hey,
Let's
sports
roll.
fans. This is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes on live with my man T.Won. So
What it
listen,
do? What it do?
we're gonna talk whatever he want to talk about today.
We college football. We college football today, bro.
Oh, okay, cool. So we're gonna talk about college football. Who you want to start off with?
Let's start off with Texas.
Okay, Texas.
You know the WTP dudes. You know we only got a few of y'all that's outside the conference. You know what I mean? We only got a few of y'all outside the conference, so we got to let y'all get y'all's get in as well. But yeah, let's talk about Texas, man. How you feel about your squad yesterday?
Man, I was the first drive I was a little bit nervous because they had some penalties, man, that they shouldn't have. You know, if the other team ain't causing you to cause no mistakes, man, you should be able to move that football. And our center had a snap infraction on a drive where we was across the 50-yard line, man, and then our drive ended up stalling because we had 1st and 15, and we ended up stalling out and had to punt. But after that, everything was clicking, man. They were balling out. Quinn Ewers had control of that game. He balled out. The running backs did well. We're trying to keep our running backs healthy, so we ain't trying to run them up the middle. We're trying to get them on the corners, and they ran really well yesterday. We threw passes to I think 10 or 11 different receivers or different players catching the ball. The defense played lights out. I think they only gave up maybe 175 yards of total offense. They did let a guy get 100 yards rushing, though. He had 25 carries for 106 yards. So, yeah, we did give up that, which I don't ever want us to give up 100 yards to a rusher. But all in all, they played well, 52-0.
That's good. You know, I'll be keeping an eye on Ewers. You know, he started out a Buckeye. Came up here for a year just to get him a hot million. He got $1 million off of us and dipped. He got a $1 million and dipped.
Right.
And I really like him, man. He like a gunslinger. You know what I mean? I like his throwing motion. You know, it's different. And that ball just be flying. I like him.
Yeah, it's real effortless, man. When he throw that ball, it's real effortless. Yeah. Like he got no strain in his arm whatsoever, man.
Yeah. Now, do y'all have Michigan next week, or is it in a couple weeks? Y'all got Michigan next week.
Next week.
Yeah, I'm surprised none of them boys wanted to hop on this morning. I should have texted Kano, see where he was at, what he was doing. But did you watch any of Michigan last night?
Yeah, I watched Michigan last
night. What did you see?
They, I'm hoping I'm chalking it up to them just being vanilla, but offensively, they did not look good whatsoever.
Right.
They don't really have the outside weapons at receiver to really scare teams that are good. So if you're good and you got good DBs, their wide receivers don't scare you. Like you expect to be scared by them, and I thought the offensive line would have did better, seeing that they was playing Fresno State. But Fresno State's defensive line kind of controlled them. They didn't have no big run.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking they were vanilla, but they did not look good. Now defensively, they kicked it in that the second quarter on. They played pretty well. But outside of that,
I'll say they was just okay on defense. It just so happened that they played, San Jose, who was at Fresno State. So they couldn't get much, wasn't gonna do much. Yeah, I had to call up one of my Michigan family members just like really after the first quarter, because what I saw was, and here was my question to him. I said, okay, we're going to say last year, y'all's offense was up here at a 10. Where is it this year? Now, we know we can't just take the first game and say, hey, that's who they're going to be. We know everybody gonna be different come November.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I wasn't looking at it like that, but I was looking at it as I look when I am scouting, the team up north, and I'm looking to see, okay, like when I saw them last year. I mean, on that first snap, you saw them boys, like that defensive line, that offensive line. Just I don't know who I can't remember who they played, but they blew them out. And from that first snap, them boys was popping heads.
Right.
You know what I mean? They was popping heads. You saw that you went off of the previous year. Their offense was up and defense was up. I think they only lost one game, and. When you saw them last year, first game, you like, okay, yeah, they still here. You know what I mean? So I just had to ask the question, like, yo, if y'all's offense was right here last year, what you take y'all's offense looking like this year on this here first game? And of course, it was the first game excuse and all of that. Ohio State, we play Akron, so we didn't have a challenge either. And I'm not gonna say we looked extremely dominant either, but what I did see was what I needed to see. But we're getting that when we get to talking about Ohio State. But yeah, I'm excited to watch that game next week. It's really gonna tell what's up, but because like I said, I told my cuz, I said, listen here, I said I see Michigan with 2 to 3 losses before they even get it to Ohio State off of what I saw. And it could be if I didn't even really like the quarterback they threw out there. I thought they was going to go with Orgy.
Yeah, and it really kind of confused me because I was like, well, if you're going to go with this dude, Davis Warren, you need to play him the whole game. And then if you decide you're going to throw a wrinkle in against Texas, then you do that against Texas. So let Texas just prepare for Davis Warren, but then not knowing that you're going to throw this wrinkle in with Orgy. I wouldn't even have played Orgy in that game if he wasn't starting. And if Orgy would have started, I wouldn't have played Davis.
I agree. I agree with that.
Gave up that wrinkle.
Yeah, I wouldn't have showed him that either. Y'all have been practicing strictly for Warren because that game is big. Like we need as Michigan, they should be thinking we need to win this game. If we don't lose this game, our championship hopes they gone. The only way would be to go undefeated all the way out, and then you have a chance. But if you don't win that Texas game, you gonna have some other teams that's gonna knock you out come this season.
Yeah. Another thing that I like that Fresno State did, they didn't go away from Will Johnson.
Not one bit. Not one bit.
Night.
Not one bit. The interception that he got, that was just a gift from God. That was just easy. You know what I mean? That was easy, and it was a dumb pass. It was easy, but hey, he got it.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah.
He got it.
That sealed it right there. Because if they would have scored right there,
it was gonna be 13. It was gonna be 13-23.
Yeah.
That was gonna be big.
Right.
That was gonna be real big. If they would have scored right there, and I mean just as far as just the spread, like come on, you gotta at least hit that spread.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's all I had on Michigan.
Yeah.
What else you want to talk about?
Shoot, man. Since I'm here first, I'm gonna give my spill on what my Buckeyes look like. And listen here, that little bubble screen that they threw for my freshman Smith on that first possession that he dropped, that was going to the house. His coming out party was supposed to start with a bang. You know what I mean? And then on the following play, he had he didn't get down. He didn't get down in his stance soon enough. He was a little too slow with it. So he had those freshman jitters coming into the game, and as he should have. He playing in front of 105,000. A true freshman don't get to just come out and walk on the field at Ohio State. Right. They just don't get to do it. I think the last one we had to do it might have been David Boston. I think so, and we all know how that turned out with him. But this Jeremiah Smith kid, boy, did he make up for that drop pass. You know what I mean? He made up for his stuff quick. And like the talent that this kid has is unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. So, and I saw what I needed to see out of Will Howard. You know, like a lot of even Buckeye fans was like, I don't know much about him and all of this and all that. And I had to let them know, listen here. He's a big, strong quarterback. He can throw the ball, and he also can run the ball. And we had a chance to see all of that in game one right out the gates. You know, I call Will Howard, he's like a Craig Krenzel on steroids. You know, cause Krenzel was smart. He was a smart quarterback. And I could see some of that in Will Howard. But he did do one thing. The time when he tried to avoid a sack and he threw it back to Henderson, and which was a backwards lateral, and that was a great learning moment. Like, listen here, Will. We don't need none of that, bruh. We don't need none of that. You ain't got to do that. Go ahead and take the loss. Go ahead and take the 3-yard loss. We'd have been fine with you taking that 3-yard loss. Now, that play could have been, if we're playing a Michigan, a Penn State, even a Purdue, that could have been dangerous. That could have been a scoop and score. That could have changed the momentum of a game that's tight. You know, like, listen here. We can't do that not one more time this year. I'm glad you got it out your system. We don't need you to be the hero. Just do what you just manage the game and do what you got to do. That's it. And we're going to be fine. My offensive line did not look good. I mean, Akron's defensive line made us, they came to play. They came to play. And we all know that that's their Super Bowl. That was their Super Bowl. That's going to be the best that they play all season. You'll mess around and see them in the MAC, and they're going to be 3-6 in the MAC. You know what I mean? It's like, where is that defensive line that, you know, held Ohio State to 100 and something yards rushing? Where they at? Where they at? You know, so my offensive line did not look good. I probably would have to give them like a C. They did. They were okay. They were better in pass protection. I don't think Will Howard gave up any sacks, but that was because of his mobility and his strength. He could have been sacked a couple times, but he got up out of there. And I like that. We ain't had that with Kyle McCord.
Right.
We could talk about Kyle McCord too.
Yeah.
He balled yesterday.
Really good.
He balled out yesterday. Let me pull his stats up. Kyle McCord balled all the way out yesterday, and then the coach in his post game speech, he said I need to be sending Ryan Day a bottle of champagne.
Right.
For allowing me to have Kyle McCord. Like, y'all just let him, he said, y'all just let him walk away. He said, I need to send him a bottle of champagne. I think he had like 356 passing yards or something.
Right.
Four touchdowns. He had the interception. You know, I didn't get to see the game, so you know, I don't know whose fault it was, but he did throw an interception in there, which we know you can't turn that ball over. That was the problem that we had and that we did not want to see. So, but trying to pull his stats up.
Yeah.
But he balled out.
Yeah. I mean, Quinn Ewers threw a boneheaded interception yesterday too, and Cam Ward. They both threw 2 boneheaded interceptions that they shouldn't even have been trying to throw that ball.
Yeah.
Man. And I'm like, you can't make those plays, bro.
Gotta get it out. Hey, get it out now. Get it out early. Get the dumb stuff out early. You know, they got that film to look at. Like don't get that out, man. I think we in for some good football this year, man. And it was some good games on. It was a couple good games on yesterday.
You know, the game
couple good games.
The game that disappointed me was that daggone Georgia and Clemson game. I'm like, Clemson,
Yeah,
come on, man.
yeah. Clemson looked like nothing, but Clemson hasn't been looking like much of anything, for the last 3 years since Trevor Lawrence left.
Yeah.
They really haven't. I don't think they won conference since he left.
Since he left, yeah, they haven't. They haven't won a conference since he left.
Yeah, Kyle McCord threw for 356. It was 27 for 39. So that's a pretty good percentage. That's 60-something. That's about 60-something percent. 4 touchdowns. He had a 82 QBR.
Okay.
They had those some numbers right there.
Yeah, them solid.
Those some numbers right there.
Solid numbers.
Looked like he spread the ball around a little bit. His top 3 receivers, he had one of them had 7 receptions, one had 6, one had 4. So that's he threw that ball around a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was disappointed with that Clemson game too. What'd you say, bro?
Did you get a chance to catch Oregon?
I did. That was a shocker too.
Shocker.
That ended up being a good game.
Yeah.
That ended up being a good game. Let's check some of them stats out. Let's see what Oregon really was doing out there. Let's see, because I didn't watch the entire game, but I watched enough of it.
Right.
When I'll be real serious about my scouting of them boys up north. I wanted to see them just as much as they wanted to see us. And the way we started out slow, as we do. And when I was on your last podcast, I said I hope we don't do what we usually do and let the MAC team come in and have some confidence and feel like they can play with us. And we have a low scoring game where we're only up 7 or 10 points in the first quarter or whatnot. And that's exactly what them boys went out there and did.
Right. Yeah.
That's exactly what they went out there and did. And I'm looking at our offensive line and I'm just like, oh, they gonna have fun talking about us. Because I knew we was going second half, we was going to blow them out. You're going to see the score and you're going to look and say, that was never a game. But although it was never a game, I mean, they fought us for that first quarter. Yeah. You know what I mean? They fought us for that first quarter, So they moved the ball on their very first possession. I'm just looking like, man, are y'all serious? I'm thinking like, I want it shut down, but they allowed Akron to play with us. Yeah. So, oh goodness, goodness, Dylan went crazy yesterday in that little 10-point win. He threw for 380.
380. Whoa,
man, he was 41 for 49, threw for 380 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Wait a minute, who they play?
But why was his QBR? His QBR was only a 56. I guess because he only had an average of 7.8 yards per pass. So he was just throwing short passes.
Who did they play?
They play Idaho.
Idaho.
Yeah.
49 times against Idaho?
He had to throw. Hey, that's a good point right there. He had to throw 49 times, and they only put up 24 points.
Wow.
But I guess that's why that QBR is so low. You only average 7.8 yards a pass.
Yeah. How many?
That ain't it.
Evan Stewart have at the wide receiver position. Can you see that on there?
Who was that?
Evan Stewart, the wide receiver.
Evan Stewart. For Oregon?
Yeah, for Oregon.
He had 3 receptions for 15 yards.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Their top receiver for catches was Tez Johnson. He had 12 receptions. He had 12 receptions for 80, but only for 81 yards. That's an average of 6 yards of reception. That's not much, but he had 2 touchdowns, so it was killer right there. But they had Terrence Ferguson, he had 7 receptions for 87 yards. His average was a little better, but yeah, Evan Stewart, 3 receptions, 15 yards.
Wow, you know what that
5 yards a pop.
Is that the Oregon was either being vanilla or Dylan Gabriel really cannot throw the ball down the field because Evan Stewart is a deep threat. He's a deep threat. He's a precision route runner, but he's got some speed. And when he was at Texas A&M, he was the deep ball guy. So apparently, Dylan Gabriel ain't got the arm, and that's been a knock on him ever since he's been playing. Is he ain't got no arm to throw the ball down the field.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm looking at this year too. I'm looking at all of the quarterbacks that were in a portal last year. You know, because as a Buckeye fan, we needed one of those quarterbacks. I really wanted Cam Ward. I meant.
Ward, yeah.
I really wanted Cam Ward, like for real. You know, I don't know if that interception that he had yesterday. Didn't you say he had an interception yesterday?
Yeah, he had an interception.
I don't know if it was a dumb interception and something that just might be in his blood that he's just capable of doing. You know, whether it's a big game or just a regular game. But I like to see why or not why, because I believe if Cam wouldn't have said he was going to the NFL, I believe we would have went after him harder. You know, I believe we would have went after him harder, and I would have enjoyed to have a player like Cam back there at Ohio State, but we didn't get him. Will is in, so I'm all in on Will. But yeah, I'm looking forward to looking at that. But yeah, Oregon had to throw that ball 49 times for 24 points.
Yeah, that's not.
Wow.
And that is one of the things that they say about Cam Ward is he will throw some fantastic throws, but he also will force some things in some situations he shouldn't. He throws interceptions that he should not throw. And he did that yesterday. He should not have thrown that ball that got picked off yesterday. He should have just ate it or threw it away. But he didn't, and he ended up throwing a pick. Yeah.
Yeah, so look, their defense that they only gave up 49 yards rushing for the game. That's impressive. But they only ran the ball, and Idaho only ran the ball 20 times. So, but they only came away with 49 yards out of those 20 rushes. But they didn't run the ball much. You had 2 players with 8 carries.
Wow.
So, yeah, but they shut all that down. They shut that down. Looked like the defense was pretty good. They still gave up 14 points to an Idaho team, though. So,
yeah,
ain't for sure just how well that Oregon defense is, giving up 14, and look like they got 2 interceptions out of them too. So y'all gave up 14 points, and they threw y'all 2 picks, gave y'all the ball 2 times.
Oh, wow.
Best y'all could do was 24 points.
Wow.
That's rough. You know what I mean? That's all y'all got was 24 points out of that. And especially when we used to an Oregon team that we know can easily throw up 40, 50, 60 points against a team like Idaho.
Yeah, the real test is next week. They got Boise State. So I want to see what Boise State going to do, because that's probably the not Power 4, but the Group of 5 team is probably going to get in the playoffs next year.
So is Boise State, are they back to where, they can potentially go and, knock off Oregon?
They're predicted.
Do they have that type of potential?
They're predicted to win their conference and be the one representative outside of the Power 4 to make it into the 12-team college football playoff. Yeah. Okay,
and what are they in? What is that? The Mountain West they got out there?
Mountain West, yeah, with Fresno State, the team that Michigan just.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got a Mountain West, Boise State. Oh, bruh, they just played Georgia Southern, which is the HBCU yesterday.
Yeah.
Was that yesterday, bruh? The score was 56-45.
Georgia State scored 45.
The score was 56-45. They let Georgia Southern put up 45 points. Let's get to these stats, bruh. They not beating. They not even compete with Oregon.
Yeah, they're not competing with Oregon. No, not if they do.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh boy. Georgia Southern's quarterback had a blast. Kid named J.C. French. 28 for 50%. Is not that good.
Yeah.
But he threw for 222. So he talking about that. I'm at 322.
Yeah.
So he feeling good. Yeah, we lost, but I balled.
Yeah.
I balled. I threw for 300.
Yeah, you cracked 300. You balled.
Yeah. I threw for 300, couple touchdowns, but just like our last QB, he only averaged 6.4 yards per reception. So that's not a lot. That's not a lot at all. But he threw for 322. Okay. And Boise threw for their quarterback, Maddox Madison, was 22 for 31, 280 yards. Okay. One touchdown, one pick. So he was all right. He was accurate, but he didn't do much.
Yeah.
Look like they do have a running back.
Okay.
Ashton Jenny. 20 rushes, 267 yards, 6 touchdowns.
6 touchdowns?
6 touchdowns. He had a longer 77 yards.
Whoa.
He had a longer 77, so he busted one, too, and got up out of there. And you know Georgia got to have some type of speed over there. Nobody caught him. Oh. You know what I mean? Oh. Nobody caught him. So that's impressive. They got a good running game. So, hey, Oregon's defensive line going to be tested.
Yeah.
They're gonna be tested. They didn't get it. They didn't have a test this week, but they'll be tested. So that looked like it might be a good game to watch. It maybe it's gonna be just like this, 56-45.
Right.
Because boy, it looked like Boise State say, "Hey, we're gonna pound this ball down y'all's throat." They ran it 35 times.
Oh wow.
So that's a lot. That's a lot. Y'all ran the ball 35 times. We looking at 56 points. We thinking a shootout with that ball up in the air. They only threw it 31 times. So they was run heavy.
Yeah.
They was run heavy. They were what's that? They were 53%, 55% run.
45% pass, yeah.
Wow. So yeah, that's gonna be a good one to watch.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one to watch. I wonder what time that game is. I wonder what time that game is, because I say that again.
Probably gonna be late because it's on the West Coast.
You're right. So that'll be one that we'll get to watch. Yeah. Anybody else outside the Big Ten that was doing their thing yesterday?
Man, listen,
good games.
The shocker, Vanderbilt beat Virginia Tech in overtime.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's a good one. That's what? That's the ACC?
That was the SEC versus the ACC, yeah.
You said Vanderbilt versus who?
Vanderbilt is in the SEC against Virginia Tech.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot Vanderbilt was in the SEC. You know, that's one of those football teams that you don't think about, even though they had a good season. I think 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
2 years ago, they had a pretty good season. But you don't think about that. But you know, Virginia Tech, they usually pretty solid. So that's impressive by Vanderbilt. You know, that's saying the SEC is we better than the ACC.
Yeah,
but that was a good matchup.
Did you get a chance to see any of the highlights from the Penn State and West Virginia game? They had a rain delay, thunderstorm delay, but that game turned out to be a blowout.
Yeah, I actually and I was watching it. I was actually watching that game because you know they have a Buckeye that left Flemings. He plays wide receiver over there, so I just wanted to see what he was going to do. But they look pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Penn State, like when I saw Penn State yesterday, I was impressed. Like, okay, we're gonna have to play when we play Penn State. Not like I ain't think otherwise, you know what I mean? As if we was going roll over them. Like I said, I'm quite sure in our show, I know it's at Penn State. It's gonna be a dogfight. But they were impressive against West Virginia. West Virginia is a solid team, year in and year out. But that's an impressive win for it to be the first game of the season. You know, you're not going against a MAC team; you're going against another Power 5 team. You know, and we handled that Big 12 opponent pretty good.
Yeah. Before I talk about the next Big 10 team, I want you to talk about. Donnell Irvin said that Miami's quarterback Cam Ward looked the best out of all the quarterbacks yesterday. His stat line was ridiculous, though.
Let's check his stat line out, because what up, Irv? That, like I said, I wanted Cam Ward. You know, I wanted it. We didn't get him as cool. He went down to Miami. They gave him the bag. You know, that's just it's actually also, I think it's a beautiful thing that these kids are actually getting paid. I think it's a beautiful thing, because it's way too much. The NCAA, y'all got way too much money, and y'all make way too much money on these kids' back for them to not be getting a little bit of it. You know, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and you know the only ones getting paid is, like, we don't even know who the NCAA is. Like, I really feel like, you know, I feel like these Power 4 conferences should get together and just come up with their own league, with their own, kick the NCAA out. We'll come up with our own rules and all of that stuff, and we agree to disagree or whatnot. But and then we take the bag and we split the money amongst all of us. Yeah. You know what I mean? We split the money because there's too much money out there. NCAA football and basketball is what powers most every last one of these universities. Yeah. The amount of money that's brought in through football and basketball through these TV contracts is crazy. Yeah. So let's real quick. You said you wanted Cam's stats. Yeah. Oh yeah, he went retarded. 26 for 35, 385, 3 touchdowns in that interception you was talking about. QBR a 95.7. So yeah, I would have to agree with Irv. Cam, he balled out. And second would have had to be Kyle McCord with his 360 yards passing, but 385. Whew, those are Heisman numbers.
Yeah.
Those Heisman numbers right there.
He definitely balled out.
What up, Irv? What's up with Irv? What's going on, Donnell?
Yeah, I think he in the chat. I don't know if he's gonna make another comment or not. He probably will say something here in a little bit. But while we wait on him to make a comment in the chat, what was your thoughts on Iowa pitting up 40 points on Illinois State? Does that mean they got an offense now?
No. It's Illinois State. It's Illinois State. I ain't taking nothing off of that. And for real, I mean, you only put up 44 against Illinois State. Like that's lightweight. That's the lowest. That's the actual lowest that you should put up. It should be around there, you know. So no, not impressed with it, bro. Not impressed at all. Now I'm impressed with the shutout, because I believe that's how Ohio State was supposed to treat Akron as well. You're not getting on the board. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you're not good enough to score any points on this defense. You shouldn't get past the 50. You know, that's what I expected out of the Ohio State defense yesterday. I ain't get it. But Purdue and Iowa, kudos to both of them for the shutout, because that's how you're supposed to treat these FCS schools when you play them.
Right.
It should be, or not FCS, but you know, just to lower levels. Yeah. It should be. They shouldn't score.
Right.
They shouldn't score.
Get on the scoreboard at all. Listen, can you look up?
Were you impressed with Purdue, any? Did you get a chance to check Purdue? You know, since we was Iowa and Purdue, they about right by each other. They got Iowa as the 25th ranked team in the country. Purdue is unranked, but Purdue went 49-0 against Indiana State.
Listen, my boy Hudson Card, who transferred from Texas at quarterback, He balled out yesterday.
That's where he at Purdue?
Yeah, he at Purdue. Hudson
Oh,
Card.
you said Card? Yeah, he threw for 273 with 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he balled out yesterday.
Yeah. That's oh gosh, he was 24 for 25. So I'm sorry, that's the best that's the best quarterback line for me. 24 for 25, 273 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Oh yeah. Listen. Look at Tennessee. Tennessee beat Chattanooga 69-3. They got
that's what them scores supposed to look like.
Yeah.
That's what the score is supposed to look like right there. You said Tennessee?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what those scores supposed to look like, man. And that Arkansas against Arkansas Pine Bluff. I went to Arkansas Pine Bluff. That's another HBCU. Shout out to Arkansas Pine Bluff. Now, what game you said? Tennessee? Yeah, 69-3. That's how it's supposed to look.
Right.
That's how it's supposed to look when you playing schools like that. Their quarterback, Nico, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. I would have to hear somebody say that first. He went 22 for 28, 314. 3 touchdowns, no interception.
Okay.
So, yeah. He balled out, but that's what these games supposed to look like. It should be. I expect 69-3 if I see Ohio State playing at Akron.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or Tennessee playing at Chattanooga.
Right.
You know, or Purdue playing Indiana State. You know, I expect 69-0. You know, 69-3.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You know, we got a game on tonight too. UCLA.
Yeah, and
UCLA, we got UCLA prime time.
LSU and USC.
LSU and USC tonight too?
Yeah, that's who play tonight.
Oh, that's who tonight. Okay, so it's USC.
Yeah, USC.
Okay.
LSU, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, LSU. That's going to be that should be interesting.
Yeah, that should be very interesting.
Where they playing at? They in Vegas.
They're in Vegas, yeah.
Right. They're at Allegiant Stadium. That's what's happening. So that's going up on a big screen tonight.
Oh yeah. So how you got it hooked up in your house, man? I saw your YouTube.
I just got the little stand. I just got the little backdrop stands that I just connect my screen to it, and you know, you can't put it up in the daytime outside. So, you know, I went and got me a stand and a screen so that when we do have those 12 o'clock games, I still can watch it on 120 inches. I can't watch the TV. No, I can't watch a game no other way. My big speaker blasts it like, dog, you hear the crowd, dog. It's like you at the game. You hear the band, you hear everything. You know, that's the only way I can watch my boys. But yeah, I just got a backdrop stand, and I put that baby up and shoot. Yeah, I'm right there at the game.
With a projector. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They got projectors where you can be outside during the daylight too, though, don't they?
They do. Those cost money, and I ain't about to get them done. As long as this baby working right here, you know. As long as this baby working, hey, 7:30 game start is fine with me.
Right.
I have to watch it a little bright in the first half, but I got a TV outside too. I'll be able to watch everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what did you think about that Oklahoma State game with them not suspending Ollie Gordon for 4 games because of what took place during the springtime when I think he got a DUI or something like that.
Who was that? Who was that? What team is that?
Gordon, Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah. We thought he was going to get suspended for 4 games. That's what Mike Gundy was talking about. He was going to suspend him for 4 games, but they ended up not suspending him. So he played in that game.
Oh wow! Let's check him out then. So he didn't get suspended.
No, he didn't get suspended.
Oh, Okay. All right. I don't think they always should just, man, okay, you get a DUI and it happened over the summer. You know, stuff happens. Is he over 21? Is he able to legally drink? Now, if he ain't able to legally drink, I might have to give you a game for that.
Yeah,
but if you're over 21 and you just so happen to pick up a DUI, which is something that I don't have, never had, thank God.
Right, yeah.
Things happen, and sometimes you ain't even tipsy. But what's his name? You said that was the running back?
Yeah, Ollie Gordon.
Gordon, he balled out. 27 rushes, 104 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
Yeah, he balled out. They played South Dakota State.
Okay.
South Dakota State put up 20. Oh, I have a second team, which is something that I never had. And I can't believe that we went this far into the show without talking about them, bro.
Who that?
How is that possible? Coach Prime, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Prime. Hey, I'm a coach. I'm a Dion Neon Prime Time fan. You know what I mean?
Me too.
I'm a Coach Prime fan. That's just what I am. I was excited when he went to Jacksonville. I love what he was doing down there. And I was excited when he went to Colorado. Excited for him, the opportunity that he has, and, whatever his plans are moving forward, with some are saying, after his sons and them leave, he jumping and going to the NFL. So that's gonna be interesting too. But yeah, they had North Dakota State. You know anything about North Dakota State?
No.
They dogs. They done won. I want to say they won like 9 of the FCS championships.
Is that where
they got 9 natties?
Is that where Kellen DeBoer was at before he went to Washington?
I'm not sure. Okay. I'm not sure, but I know all they do is win. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about that game with Colorado and North Dakota State. Now, North Dakota State, they pretty much can. They almost can play with anybody. I can see them playing Ohio State and we having a game with them. You know what I mean? Because they're definitely notches ahead of Akron. I believe North Dakota State will run through the MAC.
Yeah.
They might run through the MAC. They had size everywhere. They had speed. They had everything. So Shador. We done talk about all these QBs. We giving QB awards out and everything.
Yeah, he went ham.
Coach Prime and Shador over there like, yo. And Travis Hunter like, yo, WTP Sports Dudes. What's y'all ain't trying to be hot? Y'all ain't talking about us?
Right.
Y'all ain't talking about us? Y'all ain't trying to blow up? Y'all ain't leading off with us? Because they all cocky.
Oh, yeah.
They all cocky. Everybody cocky over there. But it was a good game. It went 4 quarters, 31-26. 31-26. Now let's go with Shador's numbers, who, if Shador was listening to us today, he probably stopped listening to us a long time ago. But that boy was 26 for 34, 445 yards, 4 touchdowns, and an interception that was not his fault.
Yeah.
An interception that wasn't even close to being his fault.
Yeah.
So, I think that's our quarterback for the week, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
445 yards.
For sure.
Huh?
What they rush for?
The rushing game did nothing. And they got my former Buckeye out there, Dallin Hayden, who I was looking forward to looking at. But once again, North Dakota State is legit.
Yeah, they're legit.
They really should be in the Big 12 or the Big 10. We'd take them. I would love to have North Dakota State. I would have took them over the Rutgers and the Maryland. You know what I mean? I would have loved to have North Dakota State. Yes, I would have loved to have him. What that say? Offensive coordinator is going to what?
It's
Get
going to staff
snatched
him
up.
up.
What up? What up? What up, Irv? Hey, everybody should be getting snatched up off North Dakota State. I'll be trying to get linemen. Ohio State, we need to go get one of them linemen. Two of them if you got to. Shoot.
Their
So
defensive line balled out too. Their defensive line kept pressure on Shedeur Sanders all night.
yeah, that's because once again, Colorado's offensive line and defensive line, it was the weakest link against this team.
Right.
But this is what people don't understand. This was a great North Dakota State team that Colorado played. It's a great team to play right out the gates to get you ready. It was not an automatic win. It was not an automatic blowout. It was a team that was going to come and punch them in the face, and they did it.
Yeah. You might want to watch them next week because they play Nebraska next week.
Oh, yeah. And let's talk about why are we going before we get to going. Nebraska got a true freshman quarterback out there, too. Let's look at his stats. Nebraska has a true freshman, 18-year-old under center.
Yeah.
And he was impressive.
Like that.
Yeah. He was very, very, very impressive.
Yeah. They got
here you go.
Transfer receiver from Texas too, Isaiah Nail.
At Nebraska?
At Nebraska, yeah.
Wow. So they picked up some players, huh?
Yeah.
Raiola had freshman numbers, but not bad. 19 for 27, 238, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. I would accept that from my true freshman in their first game. They played UTEP.
Right.
University of Texas, El Paso.
What was Isaiah Nayor's numbers?
Say that again.
What was Isaiah Nayor's numbers?
What is he, a receiver?
Yeah, wide receiver.
Let me see. Johnson, Downdale, Johnson, Irvin, Harbaugh, Azuka, Williams, Ives, Aaron Nelson's, Raiola. No, that's the quarterback. I don't see him. You said who?
Isaiah Nayor.
Isaiah, no. He didn't get a catch. No, there you go right there. That was rushing. Goodness gracious. Y'all they had so many people carry the ball, bro. I'm looking at the wide receivers. They had, look, bro. They had 1, 2, 3, all the names I just named. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players carried the ball. I can guarantee you it's not another team in the country that had 11 players get a rushing attempt. Right. But they had 11. That's why I'm like, I don't see him. But that was the running backs. Goodness gracious. He had 6 receptions, 121 yards, and a touchdown. A long for 59. So he stretched it out.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, he stretched it out.
He stayed hurt for Texas, so we never really got to get on the field for us.
Okay.
ACL.
Well,
Wyoming, but his Wyoming stats is off the chart.
He wasn't hurt. He sure wasn't hurt yesterday. 6 receptions, 121 yards, 20 yards per reception. He stretched it out. So he must got that speed. It looked like y'all let one get away.
Yeah, he had to go. He couldn't stay with us any longer.
He couldn't stay healthy.
We had too many young guys coming in. They had to get the chance to get their opportunity, so he had to bail out. Which is, it just happens, man. It just happens.
Yeah, it does. Well, everybody ain't trying to sit around and sit behind nobody no more than they don't have to.
Yeah, especially some young dudes come in, you got to sit behind them. You're like, no, I'm out.
Yeah. Anybody else in the Big Ten that Michigan State? Remember, when everybody got to Michigan State, we all said we don't know nothing about them or anything. You get to catch that. They were the only Big Ten team to lose, right? I believe.
I don't even remember them playing.
Or no, not Michigan State. They wasn't the ones to lose, but Michigan State played Florida Atlantic.
Oh no,
It was a tight game. Yeah, Minnesota lost to North Carolina.
North Carolina, yeah.
North Carolina. We don't have Minnesota on our schedule, so I don't know what to think about that. But yeah, who was that? Michigan State. So I guess they wasn't too bad, because Florida Atlantic is another one of those teams that really should give, teams, the Power Four teams, a better battle than a MAC team.
Yeah.
Michigan State's QB was 10 for 24, 114 yards and 2 interceptions, no touchdowns.
Ooh.
Dang. I don't know if we need to give them any more talk right now. They're gonna have to do something else. They do have a rusher, K-Ron Lynch Adams. He carried the ball 9 times for 101 yards.
Ooh. Okay.
So that's impressive. They ran for 179 as a team. That's impressive.
Yeah. I don't know who else in the Big Ten played outside of them. Alabama blew out who they played. I know that.
Yeah, as they're supposed to.
Yeah.
I think we pretty much got everybody. The Illinois blew out Eastern Illinois 45-zip.
Yeah.
Wisconsin and Western Michigan. I caught a little bit of that. You catch it? Catch any of it?
No, I didn't catch none of that.
All right, yeah, I caught a little bit. I think they played on Friday. I believe they played on Friday.
They did.
Yeah, 28-14. I'm not gonna say I'm too impressed with that. And once again, we don't have Wisconsin on the schedule. I don't know if that team up north got them. I don't know if they got them on the schedule. I don't know if Michigan got them on the schedule. But 28-14 against the MAC team. That would have to say that MAC team will have to be really, really good to, only lose by 14 to a team like Wisconsin that you would think will be able to just basically just run the ball down their throats.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah,
so pretty much covers it all though for this episode. Now, unless you got anything else you want to drop.
That's give a little talk on the Buckeyes. How'd you feel? Were you impressed at all with our Buckeyes? And if so, what were you impressed with?
Well, they played at the same time Texas played, so I didn't get to catch the game. I just got to catch the highlights.
I feel that. Because if my boys is on, ain't no clicking back and forth or none of that. I have to be on another tube somewhere or something, or I look on my watch, my phone, something. But we like I said, my offensive line, I just feel like you have to come out and smack them and dominate a team like Akron. You know what I mean? And we didn't do that. Our running game, let me pull our stats up, because Henderson looked great when he ran the ball. Junkins, I don't think Junkins had many opportunities to, show what he could. Not many opportunities. When I say opportunities, I mean the lineman blocking and it being a hole somewhere. You know what I mean? He didn't have anywhere to run. He didn't have anywhere to run. Henderson, like I said, very impressive. He ran the ball 8 times for 65 yards. So that's 8 yards a pop.
Yeah.
We're not mad about that. We're not mad about Henderson not getting 100 yards. Junkins, 13 carries, 55 yards. 4.2 yards a pop.
Oh.
We know although Junkins didn't, have much room to run, 4 yards a pop, you're taking that. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're taking that. 4 yards a pop is good. So, although we didn't have a 100-yard rusher, we rushed for 170 yards. Okay, who's that? The grandbaby right there?
Yeah.
That's what's happening. Yeah. That's what's up. Paul. Yeah, but we ran the ball good as a team. 33 rushes, 170 yards, 5.2 yards a carry. So we did good. Will Howard, 17 for 28. That's not gonna make anybody jump through the roof, but I will say we had probably 4 drop passes. I know at least 3. We had at least 3 drop passes. With that first one, I'm telling you, bro, this bubble screen they threw for Jeremiah Smith, he was gonna be gone. And that was supposed to take us to scoring 70 points. You know what I mean? And it just being a blowout. That first possession was, it wasn't that good. It wasn't good at all. We went 3 and out.
Yeah.
But he had 2 bad plays on that possession, which, basically caused us to have to punt the ball. But he sure enough came back with a bang. Like I said, Howard had 228 passing, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's what we love, the no interception part. He averaged 8 yards a throw, which is not a lot. I like double digits per reception, per completion. We had another couple freshmen play running back for us, James Peoples and Sam Williams-Dixon. They both look pretty good running the ball. James Peoples got 6 carries and Wilson Dixon got 1 carry. So, those are both true freshmen that got to step on the field. Jeremiah Smith, 6 receptions, 92 yards, 15.3 a pop, 2 touchdowns for the true freshman. Cornell Tate and Buka both had 4 receptions. Tate had 58 yards. Buka had 51 yards. 12.8 and 14.5. All right, go ahead. I keep going with them.
Yeah.
12.8 and 14.5 yards per reception. Defense, though. My defense was nice. My defense was nice. I still need to see more out of my linebackers, but my defense was nice. They starting quarterback. It should be a lot of memes out there with that kid today, because he was crying. He was hurting. He got put out in the third quarter. Third quarter, he said no mas. Third quarter, he said no mas. But yeah, defense was solid. I need to see more out the linebacking spot. I need to see more out from Sonny Styles. Sonny Styles is supposed to be this freak of nature, generational talent, and I just still need to see more from him. He had 6 tackles, 1 solo. He had to play middle linebacker for Cody Simon too, so that's not his natural position. So.
Oh, okay.
I just need to see more, but that's about it. For Ohio State, I don't have to get long-winded. We probably can talk about that more when we get on with them Michigan boys and get to talking about week 1 with our Michigan boys. So I'm surprised none of them chimed in with us today.
Yeah, I'm surprised that none of them get on either. But their game.
They might be hung over, man, because to go from a national championship and see that right there, they might be a little hungover. I know Poe said he up at the pool, so Poe feeling good. I can't wait to chop it up with Poe. Poe be knowing this stuff, man.
Yeah. Poe's really on top of this stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah, he do his research. That much I know.
At one time he wanted to be a sports commentator when we went to Central State. That's he went for communications. So he
really? Oh, that's what's up. Yeah. Central State. Look, I went there too. I'm gonna throw this nugget out there before we end the show. I'm proud of this, and I'm proud to say this, that I believe I am. If it's another one out there, I'm gonna have to see, because I should be in the Guinness Book of World Records or something. But I believe that I'm the only person in America that went to 2 HBCUs full time. I went my first year out of high school. I went to Central State for the whole year, not for a half a year or nothing, and bounced out. And then after that, I went down to Arkansas Pine Bluff, who I mentioned earlier. They played Arkansas this week, but I went to Arkansas Pine Bluff too. And that didn't work out. I just lost my mom, so that didn't work out. I ended up back home, and then some years went by, and since I've been teaching kids all my life, even before I start teaching. But I decided to go back and get my degree so that I can talk that talk. And I graduated from the Ohio State University. So I'm proud to say that I believe that I'm the only person in America that went to 2 HBCUs, but graduated from a Power 5 university, one of the top universities in all of the world, not just America. But yeah, I think I'm the only one. You ever heard it? You ever heard anybody doing anything like that?
No, I have not. I have not heard that at all.
So I'm proud to be able to say that. So yeah.
That's your claim to fame right now.
That's my claim to fame. That's my claim to fame. It is, man. Thanks for having me again, bro. Anytime. I'm ready. WTP dudes in the building. Right. Signing off.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
On Wednesday at 8:00. The whole gang's supposed to be on that day. So we get a chance to chop it up on the games that's coming up that week on that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and even if they got Sunday games. So we'll definitely be on for that.
That's what's happening. Can't wait for that NFL to come too. And you rock with Tennessee in the NFL, huh? Tennessee.
Yeah.
Hey, before we get up off of here, how you feeling? How you feeling about them? Because we gotta talk about that NFL too, because the season start up next week. So we gotta talk that talk too for the season get started.
Yeah, Monday we're gonna have some shows. So whatever day you want to get on this week, we can get on and talk.
I'm cool. All you gotta do is hit me up, bro. I can talk this talk all day long. Cool. I love them sports. All right, bro.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right. Wendy out.
All right. Peace.
Peace.